Hey guys, Kenny G, Double G Studios. Hey, just a quick little thing here I wanted to show you. A customer brought me this old chair. You guys have probably seen this style chair before. Just got a hole drilled in the bottom of the chair at an angle with a couple of sticks sticking in there. These are really horrible chairs. Every one of them I've ever seen is broke. Customer brought it to me. He said, let's see if we can fix it. I said, no, there's no way. I can't make the spindles. I don't have a lathe. It's not a very strong joint anyway. We need to do something different. She said, okay, you know what, just go ahead and make some legs for it. I really don't care, I gotta have the chair. So I went out in the back, scrounged up a couple of 4x4 posts, run them through the planer, cleaned them up a little bit, cut them at a 17-inch length. That was about what I could figure off where these were at, 17 inches. Cut a 15-degree angle at each end here like you can see. And we're going to set one like this, and we're going to set one like that, and we're going to put a piece in between this way. We'll do the same thing over here with a piece in between that way, and it ain't going to match the chair, but I think it'll look cool enough where it's still acceptable, and it'll make a pretty cool chair. So stand by, watch, and we'll get this thing going. Okay, now that I've got all my pieces cut, I've got 15-degree angle cut at each end, and I got pocket holes drilled on each side of each post at only one end. We don't need them at the other end. But before we go much further here, I'm going to set these aside. And what I've done is I've already marked out where the legs are going to sit, and I'm going to do a little sanding right there to get the dirt and the finish and just the junk off of there before I set any glue and put any screws in there and get these fastened down. Okay, we're all set. Got everything sanded down at the bottom here, got that cleaned up. We're ready for the legs. Got all my screws in, kind of speed things up. So we're just going to put a little glue. Okay, now that we've got the legs secured, glue's dried overnight, good and sturdy. I think they're probably okay the way they are, but I really don't trust just having screws into the bottom of the chair like this. So what I'm thinking is if we put a support across this way, see, as a person sits on the chair and weight is distributed and it wants to make these push out, well, with a piece across here, that keeps those from wanting to do that, and that's going to help secure this at the bottom of the chair right here. So this isn't real critical. We're just going to kind of go maybe about a third of the way up from the bottom, and we're going to take a measurement right there, and it looks like 11.5. So what we're going to do is cut a piece 11.5 inches long with a 15-degree angle at each end so that it sets down inside of there. And we're going to use a 2x4 in between here rather than a 4x4. And I've just got an old 2x4 that I got out of the scrap pile out in the back, and I'm going to run it through the planer a couple of times, clean it up a little bit, and we'll get it mounted in there and we'll go from there. Okay, we got an old 2x4 here that I dug out of the scrap pile out in the back. Been sitting out in the dirt and the rain and the mud, and it's got good patina, got some good cracks in it. We'll run this through the planer a couple of times, do a little sanding on it. We might put some stain on it, finish it up with some poly after we're all done. This is gonna look pretty cool in there. Okay, now that we've got our support pieces cut, before we put any pocket holes in there, I want to check, make sure that the angle's right, everything fits good. I think we're okay as long as we stay with 15 degrees. So we're just going to set that in there just like that. We're going to kind of center it up. That looks good. Beautiful. Same thing over here. Okay. They both fit pretty good, so we'll get some pocket holes in there and get them glued up, get them screwed in, and that's probably going to finish this one up. Okay, something I did off camera on the legs, I did a round over on each of the corners there. I didn't get that on camera, but we're going to do the same thing to the 2x4 supports that we just cut and put pocket holes in. So we'll get those rounded off and we'll go from there. Okay, now that we got our support pieces cut and got our pocket holes in there, we're just going to put a little glue on the ends, set it in there. It's not real critical. We're just going to kind of eyeball the center. I mean, it's just kind of an old funky chair. We're not trying to win any awards with it or anything, so looks like that fits okay. We're going to put our pocket holes to the inside. Okay, I think how I'm going to finish this wood is, you know, normally I would put a water-based polyurethane finish on there. It looks pretty good. It's got a satin finish. I really like it, but I found something the other day that I like even more. I was watching some YouTube videos the other day, and I was watching this guy apply some sort of a product to some bare wood, and it really looks super cool. You just brush it on and wipe it off, and it's sort of a cleaner stain wax all-in-one sort of thing called Bry Wax. I'm sure some of you have probably heard of it. I never have. When I watched this video and I seen this guy using it, I thought, man, I got to have some. But the weird part about it was in every video that this guy had made where he was using this, the label wasn't showing. So I had to watch most of his videos to catch a scene where I could see what this stuff was. But anyway, here it is. It's Bry Wax, and this is the clear. I bought some medium brown, but I don't think we're going to use it on this because the chair is more of a natural color, maybe kind of an oak sort of a color, but the clear is going to give it a little bit of color. So I don't think we really need to put any color on it. So let's put a little bit of this on there, and we'll see what we got. Okay, just as I was hoping for, after putting this this product on, the color still remained fairly light. It didn't darken up on me. Okay, I've let that stuff dry just 5 or 10 minutes, not very long, and we're just going to give it a quick wipe, right now. It kind of gets a little residue on it, like car wax almost. So we're just going to give it a quick little wipe, and we're going to call it good. Okay, here's the end result. Just kind of a quick little deal. We took an old chair that was broke and busted up and really kind of useless actually, because the legs are all busted up on it. And you know, we just grabbed some old 4x4s and old 2x4 material from out back and cut them and planed them a little bit and made a decent chair out of it. We didn't have to throw it away. Chair now has a new life.